Just round the corner here to talk to the new Home Secretary, Theresa May. I began by asking her whether they were any nearer being able to put a figure on their proposed annual cap on immigration.
We were clear during the election campaign that there was a further process to go through in terms of looking at how we would determine the particular figure. There was a lot of pressure during the campaign, possibly even from you, but certainly from other journalists, to say what is that figure going to be. We were always clear that there would be a process for coming to that figure, coming to that annual limit, and that, of course, is the work that now begins.
And that process is agreed with the Liberal Democrats, exactly how you fix the cap.
That process is something that we're looking at and we're discussing. What is important is that we've agreed with the Liberal Democrats that there will be that annual limit on economic migration from people from outside the European Union.
Can we just look at your responsibilities for equalities? Because there are those who say you're vulnerable on homosexual issues, that whenever you've been given the chance, you've either absented yourself from a vote or voted against giving further rights to homosexuals.
No, I think what anybody who needs to know about my position on those issues needs to look at the Equalities Manifesto that we as a party set out, and that I, because I had the equalities role actually in opposition as well as now in government, have set out that we would be doing.
But I'm some still very important to your own record,
some very
which
important,
is very much against it.
You did not want to see the repeal of Section 28. You absented yourself from the vote on civil partnerships.
Well, certainly there were some votes that I wasn't present for. But what we intend to do, what we will be doing in government, is taking forward an agenda on equalities across the whole range of equalities. But in this particular issue, we have some very real commitments, for example, in terms of homophobic bullying in schools, a very important issue that does need to be identified, and head teachers do need to be, I think, to be given greater support in identifying that and dealing with that issue.
The Coalition Home Secretary, Theresa May, talking to me earlier at the Home Office. And there'll be much more from here in Westminster later in the programme. But for now, back to Krishnan in the studio for the rest of the day's main news.
More than 100 people have died, including at least one British national, after a passenger plane crashed just before landing in the Libyan capital, Tripoli. 62 Dutch tourists are among the dead, but